Hey YouTube, so this is going to be recording a Star City Open, I think it's called a challenge on MTG Melee. So we got Melee screen. Sorry, I'm just talking to my opponent here, describing how you talk to the, or how you use the interface. It's a little confusing for beginners. So we're playing in this event, and our goal is going to be going 4-0. If we go 4-0, we qualify for this weekend's large tournament. Let's see how this goes. The deck we are currently playing is Sultai Ramp. It is playing 29 lands. Um, Tournament screen. Sorry, opponent is still asking questions about the MTG Melee interface. So as I was saying, this deck is Sultai Ramp, and it plays a bunch of lands at 29 and ramp spells, and we are playing 4 Ugin as our top end, and 4 Hydrocrisis. We're just trying to draw cards, exile things, and just try to overpower our opponent. Our opponent here is also playing Sultai, but they're only playing 26 lands, and they're playing a bunch of Wraths and kill spells. So I think in game 1, we're heavily favored, assuming we get our land drops and we don't just get run over by, fast Nissa. They're not playing any Ugins, and it looks like they're 75. So overall, I feel pretty comfortable about this, but we'll see how it ends up rolling out. Our opponent is currently asking the admin because apparently she can't see our deck list, but we can see hers or his. I don't want to say that Tina has to be a female's name or anything, but we'll see. So I can see the deck list fine. Let me pop the screen out so I can show you what I'm looking at. So this is the MTG Melee interface. So our opponent here is playing this deck on the left, which is, Sultai Ramp, and we're also playing Sultai Ramp. So if she has the tournament screen open in player controller, she'll be able to see this information, or he. Opened the player controller. Let's see, the arena screen display there, copy, paste the arena.
Announcement received.
Let's see here. Oh, looks like our opponent finally connected. I was going to submit a little error thing there because they stopped responding. Sure, we will play first. 0 lands in our 20 land deck, but okay. Yeah, this one's fine. So I'm kind of tempted to actually ditch Grazer here because it doesn't draw us a card. It does accelerate us. We're on the play, so I'm not that worried about it. They're not going to be able to Aether Gust. So we're going to keep this. We're just going to ship Grazer. Going to value card draw over acceleration here. Because I think we're still going to be accelerating just fine. If we draw like tons of lands here, I kind of like the idea of cycling this Triumph for lands. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this, crack this for either green or blue. I think green's fine. When we play Cultivate, we can get our blue. So we're just gonna Cultivate, play a tap land. Do this. Play our tap land. I'm kind of glad we saved the Triumph. The Triumph also goes to the graveyard. That is very important because we can get back Uro. So we're going to Uro here. If they Aether Gust, we're going to put on top. We're not going to play Grazer. We're going to cycle Triumph on their turn. Let's see what our opponent can do. They are also playing Cultivate. I was thinking that. Let's see here. They were playing only 2 Cultivates, so lucky them, I guess. So we need one spell. Any one spell that can go to the graveyard, we can get Uro back. If we cannot do that, hopefully we draw a spell. We have 4 Hydro Crisis, 3 Uro left, a bunch of Nissas, a bunch of Ugins. Even if we get another Cultivate or something to thin our deck's fine. So another land. So we're kind of just, at this point, just kind of waiting. Just trying to draw a big finisher here. So we could actually definitely lose this if we just draw running lands. For sure. They have 4 Hydro Crisis, 4 Nissa. So I'm kind of hoping he attacks, but if he's smart, he won't. But we'll see. I did not put a delay on this stream. That's really a bad decision, opponent. There's no reason for him to attack. All that does is unlock our Uro. He could Aether Gust this. He does have 4 in the deck. So he's Aether Gusting our Nissa instead of our Euro. So he's telling me that he has probably Extinction Event, which would exile Odd, which means it would get rid of our Uro. So the question is, do we want Nissa on top of our deck? I actually don't think we do. Nissa, all it does is create a 3/3. We have tons of mana. We don't need more mana right now. So we're actually going to decline this. And I'm not going to play the land. No reason to give them free information. They have Heartless Act. Could have been worse. I mean, could have been better, but could have been worse. We're just hoping to draw Ugin or Hydrocrisis at this point. I did say I felt like a heavy favorite, but that was mainly because we would ramp so fast and play our big spells. But if we don't draw any of our big spells, then, you know, they could always just Nissa and just kill us. Nissa's still Nissa. So they're telling me they have another Aether Gust by leaving these two up, is what I'm saying. Or a removal spell of some kind. But, it's just not happening. Well, that is a good top deck. And because we're going to play this next turn regardless, I'm just going to play this tapped and hope for the best. The good thing is nothing in his deck actually counters the Krasis, I guess. It's the one saving grace. He doesn't have like an Ugin to put this away. He could play another Krasis. That's really the best he can do to be proactive. He could Casualties of War one of our lands, but yeah, just another Krasis is fine. I mean, I say it's fine, but really we could just be dead when we tap out. One, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I think we're dead regardless of what we do here. 1, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So beginning 5, going to 11, definitely dying. I think Razor's the best draw here. Maybe it can survive us a turn. Unlikely, but possible. No Grazer. All he has to do is make a 3/3 attack all in that's game. Even though we lost there, I'd feel perfectly fine up with the matchup. 3, 4. He has 2 Thought Distortions to bring in. The question is, do we bring anything? And honestly, the answer is no. I don't want to play a counter spell. I don't want to play anything like that. I just want to play big stuff, ramp into big stuff. We just never drew our second half of our deck, really. Until it was too late. Honestly, Hydro Crisis a turn earlier, and we would have been fine. It was just the one turn, it was just too late. Yeah, he's not playing that many threats. He's going to bring in his 4 Shark Typhoon. And he's going to bring in probably his 2 Thought Distortion. But none of these cards get around that too well. Shifting Triceratops is pretty good, but he does play Heartless Act. So we're just going to run it like this. So we're going to record in MTG Melee that they won in game 1, and we are going to game 2. We're playing 12 ramp spells. How many ramp spells are they playing? Yeah, I don't think we can keep this. It doesn't really do anything. And I understand we kept ramp heavy hand last time and we just didn't get there, but that's the abnormal, that's not the normal. This is a mulligan. This is much better. If he wants to spend his turn to Aether Gust, I'm fine with that. Sorcerer's Spyglass. Good thing we have 4 Casualties of War in the deck, I guess, but I'm not that worried about it. You got it, my friend. This card doesn't draw you a card, it doesn't enact your own game plan at all. Just not a fan of it. You want to be proactive in these matchups, not reactive. Just gonna get a green here. The question is, do I cycle? I think the answer is no, just because we're more than likely to draw a land than anything next turn, and I would rather play a bigger shark than a 1/1. And I'm not too scared of what he's going to be doing here. The one thing I'm a big fan of is he also cut the 2-drop sorcery. He also realized that it's just not good enough. The Thoughtseize of the format, I can't remember what it's called. Thought Eraser. Okay, so we drew probably our best card to draw. How do we lose? Casualties of War, I guess? And he does play 4. So if I Nissa any Casualties of War, that's devastating. What am I scared of on his turn? Just a Nissa like Hydro Curse's turn? I'm gonna go for it because if he does go for it, then at the very minimum, it unlocks our Uro. And if he doesn't have it, it's great for us. So it's a risky play. He could easily just tap forward, kill this, kill that. I can actually see him now looking at our lands. But It's fine. We're gonna be able to Uro then. We're gonna have to play them eventually. We have 29 lands. Hopefully, just draw more. Um, so he's killing 3 permanents. We're gonna have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. This can be for 2. Sure. Yeah, I noticed that he was killing it so that we couldn't. That's so funny. So we couldn't cast Uro that turn. I did notice that. If he has another Casualties of War here, just 6 mana Stone Rain, we might just lose this. Maybe it was just better to just do the Shark, just play it safe, but I don't know. So we can either easily have an Either Gust here for our Casualties of War, and we could just lose. I feel like he was so wrong to play the Nissa there now I think about it. Because it kills 2 of our lands. You just name Ugin again, I guess. I just don't think that does anything. That doesn't work the way you want it to, opponent. It doesn't. I can still Uro. Right? It's not, it's a cast. It's not an activated ability. So I'm kind of hoping he just like keeps drawing bad cards like Sorcerer's Spyglass here. So sadly, I don't think we can block here because we just really need to draw a land for Casualties of War to unlock our Ugin, killing this one. It looks like he's in the Casualties of War. Oh, I guess not. Man. If we play Nissa, we just straight up lose to the Casualties of War. Like, really bad. Just go to combat. There's 3 more in the deck. He would have done it in his turn if he had it. I guess he could draw it. He has 2 draw steps. I mean, he probably brought in Shark Typhoon, so maybe 3. It's just frustrating we haven't been able to really get our lands in play, and then we had it killed. This has been rough for sure. Does that do anything? 3, I don't think so. Well, it looks like he's going to be playing a giant Hydroid Crisis, and maybe not, but I feel like him shocking there kind of displayed that. Maybe cultivating first to thin their deck? Oh, so just another giant shark. Yeah, I think we're dead. What can we beat? Can we beat another shark? He's shocked. Nissa, and we can casualties 4. That is probably our best play against a shark. I think it loses to an Aether Gust. Probably loses to casualties 4 too. The fact that he's thinking this long means he's a response to this, which means he has an Aether Gust. Oh, maybe not. I guess he does it Mystical Disputes. I don't know if this actually does anything. So I could go to combat and attack and see if he's gonna like shark try to block it. So 1, 2, 4. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. He could still leave a Mystical Dispute. Man. Artifact, creature, land. Ooh, I do not want the Uro one. Artifact, creature, land. Ugin. Land. Land. Okay, so it is shark. If he has shark into removal spell, we do lose. Exacxies, actually. I deserve this. Do it. Send me. Send me to oblivion. No? Not yet. Really trying to draw a removal spell? Either gusting this now? Oh, deciding where to attack? What's going on here, opponent? Huh. So we don't block here because we can't save Nissa.
I must go.
So he did not have Mystical Dispute last time. Does he have Mystical Dispute this time? I doubt it. We would have died to Mystical Dispute. We would have died to... He wouldn't have attacked Nissa if he had an Aether Gust. He would have killed us with the Heartless Act. I think he has a Thought Distortion in hand. I'm gonna cast this, I think.
The axiomatic structure of reality is surprisingly flexible.
Like, sure, I could have attacked first. That's probably right. I just was amazed that resolved.
Undone.
Do you have any instant speed way to kill that? No, right? You just have casualties of war as your only answer? Nissa would only get it to 1. So it's basically like casualties of war or not. Never not dead to casualties of war. Let's go. Uh-oh. That looks like casualties of war mana to me. The good thing is if we lose this fast, we get more time to just relax. Oh, so it was a small crisis hoping to draw casualties of war? Heck yeah.
Your fate is sealed.
Okay, okay. Not dead, not dead. That's a win in my books. I don't think I have time to cast that anytime soon. I just think I have to shoot this.
Do not ignore my draconic talents.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This gets around Aether Gust. I mean, kind of. Because I just draw it again. Interesting. So we did bring in Mystical Disputes. Him shocking like this, like before he actually does certain actions, always catches me off guard. I guess his life level doesn't really matter, he's so far ahead. I'm hoping he's just doing so much to try to deal with this Ugin that we can just draw another Ugin. That's kind of like my hope here. So we're gonna go creature, land. Creature. Do I even kill land? I don't think so. Creature. Let's go creature land. sorry I've been really quiet. I just been really trying to focus on how we come back from this, basically. Like, I'm trying to think how we win. I think milling him out is like a really like a consideration here. I think trying to distract him as long as possible on this Ugin is just a real possible way. Because this game has been so much closer because I decided to give him opportunity to kill 2 of my lands for no reason. I think that Nissa's just coming out. It's just I don't really want to bring in Aethergust against him. I think it's like okay but not great. So I think I'm just gonna cut the 3 Nissa. Maybe even cut 3 Nissa, bring in 2 Aethergust against his Nissas and stuff. He's shown me that he doesn't have enough bad stuff or enough good stuff to bring in to cut the bad stuff like the Heart of the Sacks. So I honestly think we win by decking this game. He's shocked there, so I assume he has a Casualties of War. And we do have 3 more Ugins, right? This is like the first Ugin I've seen. Yeah, 3 Ugins and 30 cards. Oh, just Uro? Okay. If that's the case, we're just gonna -3 on this. So -3.
Return
5.
of the multiverse.
So I want to play the biggest shark as possible while also playing Uro. Or do I just play the biggest shark as possible? I think it might just be the biggest shark as possible and just Uro next turn. So I'm pretty sure he brought in Thought Distortion, or at least I would if I was playing his build. And at some point, he's just going to cast that. Sure. And I'll, in response, Shark Typhoon, and I'm going to draw an Ugin. It's going to get exiled. Sure. So I'm just going to make a giant shark, see what he does. Hopefully he kills it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not saying we're a favorite in this game, but it's looking better than it was. Ugin has distracted him enough.
My research has concluded.
So 3 Ugins left. Big Hydro Crisis. Actually, not that big Hydro Crisis. Stop it. So Uro. One, two, three, 4. Just can't I just draw a Hydroid Crisis? Like, Aether Gust is so bad against Hydroid Crisis. It's like this match has been to teach me, like, to be more humble against this card. Because I don't think it's good against me. Question is Uro better than a random draw? Man. You know what? If I could take that back, I would have bottomed it, because if he has another Aether Gust, it's just a, what's that called when he just takes 2 turns in a row? And he's drawn so many cards, he probably has another one. So I think putting it on top was a huge punt. I'm expecting another Aether Gust here. So lucky. I don't think I have many basics left. If I don't draw something big next turn, I lose, I think. Just gonna let them know the shields are down. Have at it. I hope you deck yourself. One, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 king 7. If he counters it, I want to leave 4 mana open to Uro. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. So I get to do it for 2 and gain 1. Oh man, am I just dead? If he has another Aether Gust, am I just dead? No! Oh my god, timeout. Wow. My mouse just like went into hyper mode there. I don't know what happened. I think I clicked a button and I actually like misclicked like 3 times in the last like 10 seconds there. That's a little tilting. That was 2-0, right? Man, that was humbling. That was a humbling experience. My deck just did not function. Did not draw my my payoffs. Ramped super fast game 1, didn't draw payoff. Game 2 was back and forth. I made a crucial mistake where I let him Casualties of War, killing Nissa and 2 lands. Most importantly, 2 lands. I should have never given him the opportunity. And then I had to crawl back out of it. So we were 0-1. So 3-1 is 4 points. The question is grinding for 3 match wins in a row worth it? I guess it is. Because if I 3-1 tomorrow, it's close. This kind of reminds me of when I was playing Mono Red and I was versing Jim Davis and I just mulliganed to like 4, 5, and 4.
Announcement received.
And I just lose. So all the matches have been turned in. We were obviously the last match there. There was 3 minutes left on the timer. Yeah, going to match 2, I guess. Not gonna drop yet.
New pairing received.
And now we are versing Mono Red, which is also is actually our worst matchup, I think. I've only played it once. I've lost to it. But we have 4 extinction events, so
Announcement received.
if we can sneak game 1, cool. If not, you know what happens. So let's see here. Let's copy their link. Go to round 2, so we can pick up our first match win. And let's update
Round timer started.
let's update our record. Actually, yeah, 0-1. Our opponent is not checking in yet. Okay, he just checked in. Why can I not message him? There it is. Five, 8, 5, 4, 6. So our opponents and I are having issues connecting. So we're going to Sure. So it's going to be tournament match, best of 3, challenge sent. Okay, you accepted. Now we get to pick our deck. So, we are versing Mono Red, the fastest deck in the format. Luckily, we are on the play. Unluckily, this is not a great hand. I think it's keepable. We're just going to have to scry into more lands, basically. Man. Yeah, it's fine. Yep. So, Grazer. Playing that because I actually do want to draw lands. Sure. It's a pretty good start from them. We're just gonna go blue here. Play Krasis for 2.
Announcement received. No reason to block with Hydro Krasis just yet. It's keeping Scorch back. So Shock, play Nissa. And mid a land. Let's just do. Just do this one. Sure, attack for 3. No reason not to. If Nissa can live, then I think we can Uro or Ugin. If he attacks all with Ember Cleave at Nissa, there's a chance it could die. Ember Cleave is a real card. So he did not. So I think regardless of how he attacks here, we get to Ugin next turn, which is good. The attack with Scorch Spitter feels weird. Oh, he's doing the 3 mana one that cost 1. Okay, that's fine. So blocking here, blocking here, blocking here. Sacrificing 2 creatures seems rough. So landed and to do it again. Just doing a Scorch Spitter. Seems like no reason not to do it now, right?
this is all fine. So, scry, bottom that. So I need to green, untap, or to Ugin, -2. Good game. Okay. Casualties of the war is too slow. Ugin's a little slow. Extinction event. We still believe in the cleave. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go 3 matches in a row here. It's pretty rough. I think the way they win is Embercleave, so I'm gonna bring in Wilt as well. I might even cut another Ugin. In fact, I'm gonna cut another Ugin. Bring Hydrocrisis back in. I might cut a land. I'm gonna cut a land. In which case, bring an Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, so this is a tournament. We actually lost our first round. I feel like we were heavy favorites, but it was 2 very awkward games. The second one, like we were trying to win by decking them, and it was just really awkward. We were super low on time, and I ended up not being able to click. Oh yeah, this is the tournament. We're versing mono red aggro. Yeah, game 1, I just felt like we just didn't have a finisher. Like we just ramped to nothing, which happens. Not that often, but it happens. I think he had like 3 lands, I had like 8, 8 or 9. I honestly didn't even look at this hand before I capped. I saw Growth Spiral and I was like, keep. Yeah, sure. So he's gonna steal a card. Yeah, my mouse sensitivity is really weird right now. It's acting up. Okay, we did not need another land. Failed passage would have been okay though. We would die to a cleave here. I took out a land too. I guess we were mistaken for taking out Ugins. We do have 4 extinction events, but maybe it's just this would be more Ugins. I don't know. We have Aether Gust. We have the 4-mana sorcery. I'm honestly not sure how we win here. 3 mountains maybe. Yeah, I am on the draw. Like I just feel like Ugin's just a little too much hope there, you know? Just rub it in, opponent. Just rub it in. Actually, if you want to cast that, saying odd, that'd be great. I think I just have to do this and Hydrocrisis for 4, right? I could do this, untap. I guess. No, that doesn't work. Opponent, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it less. So I'm gonna keep this. I need to untap land on top. When I kept this, I was like 100% of the time there's a grazer on top. Because I just need land so bad. Man, this is like defeating me morally. This is rough. I mean, it's really not like. I mean, sure, but I'm not worried about him casting our spells. We're not enacting our game plan, you know? Would he just attack and not do anything? So he's gonna shock us? The thing is, I have already cast all my ramp. Like, all I need now are lands. And I don't know. I just feel like if he shocks us, play the 4/3 and attacks, like if we can get some of these in the graveyard for Uro, that would be that would be money. Well, the thing about the O3s is they're not actually hurting his game plan. His game plan is Embercleave. So sure, like he's not gonna get through the O3s anytime soon. Oh, that was a god draw.
We will not fail. Rise, my elemental friend.
Scratch everything I said. We might have a chance. Maybe. No, no, I agree. But the thing is, if we go like runner non-lands, we just lose. We're not doing anything. We're just like blocking with some O3s while he, plays his 4-drop that makes his creatures do tons of damage and then draws Embercleave and kills us. Oh, sure. Like because we went land, land, Nissa. Like exactly land, Nissa. This is looking really, really good. But like imagine we didn't do that and this start did nothing against him. Like didn't progress our game plan at all. And like now we're gonna win. Yeah, this Nissa made this current board possible for sure. Oh, it's very over. Like I'm not worried about it at all actually. We're gonna go chump block. Because these are gonna die anyway. Honestly, if I could go back, I would throw another one in there. So we are going to if I yeah, there's no way to do that where it also attacks, right?
Harness the elements.
Wait, what? Securing me a raid for Danny T? How so? Oh, was he getting off or something? Okay, so I won that 2-0. I kind of forgot that we were playing in this tournament, honestly, not gonna lie. I have to find the, um... Was that 2-0? It was 2-0, right? Yeah. Oh, I lost game 2? Did I lose game 2? Oh, shoot. See here. We put in results. It was 2-0, but really it was 2-1. This could be changed. Yeah. I kind of blanked on that one honestly. So it puts us 1-1. So we just have to win two more matches straight. And I feel like a weight's off my shoulder because um, he looked you up, but was like too new. Oh, I was too new. Oh, because I only have 13 followers. Isn't that the whole point of raiding? Is to like throw people my way? He was looking for someone who's weathered that hasn't got any love yet. That makes sense. That makes sense. I don't have a single issue against that whatsoever. Um, and honestly, everyone starts somewhere, so I'm fine with that. Was close though. Hey man, I really appreciate it. I really, really do. Um, Munchies, you're awesome. Even over in where are you again? Afghanistan? Even over in Afghanistan, you're looking out for me. Dude, that's awesome. I think if I keep it up, especially if I oh, I completely forgot this is going on YouTube. So YouTube, we're 1-1 right now. Um, we're just waiting on round three. We're reversing mono red, so it was pretty fast. I'm gonna look at the time clock real quick. Maybe we can like start a draft or something in the meantime. Okay, so oops. Okay, so let's see here. Go to tournaments. Going to enrolled. Oh, because I clicked out of it. Okay, 25 minutes until the next round. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna. What do you guys think? Should I play? I can't play. This deck's too slow to really play in a match. Should I start a draft up? You guys game for that? I'm not gonna do nothing for 20 minutes. Yeah, I should start a draft. Why not? I think we can get a real person draft in. We might not be able to play a game, but I think we at least can get the draft portion done. And if not, you can always, uh, just speed it. Well, actually, no, you can't. 'Cause it's a person draft. We'll figure it out. So right now, everyone who's watching, we are in the Star City Open challenge. Currently 1-1. Lost Mirror and then um, beat Mono Red, and we're just drafting between rounds, waiting for round three. We have like 20 minutes to kill, so I'm gonna pick this card probably. I think it's the best card in the pack by far. Um, some other cards have mentioned. I've been impressed by Rewind, but mostly in Standard, honestly. I got a pretty good removal spell here. The blue-red spells deck has been by far my favorite. So we're just going to take this card. It just is extremely good with like tutelage and things like that. If we can get it. No tutelage. I saw these blue cards up here and I was like, come on, tutelage. Tutelage. But no tutelage. So what does this do? Whenever a source you deal non-covered damage, it deals that much damage. So in draft, what? It's a 6-mana 6/6 trample, which is still fine, but it's basically, what's that green common? I think we're probably just going to take this. Controlling the best creature on the field is pretty good. Oh, here it is. So this is basically a Colossal Dreadmaw in draft. Interesting. So I've been unimpressed with both these cards. I've been very impressed with this card. But green doesn't really go that well with spells. If that's the case, I think I just go with... I'm really tempted to just go with Opt, honestly. But Rousing Reed's pretty good too. I'm just gonna go with Opt here. Okay, all these cards are fine. Nothing amazing. We're just gonna take a good removal spell. Here, similar pick, but I think that I can get more generic. I can pick Ops later. Since I'm trying to get in this spells archetype, I think the weird is pretty good. So I'm going to change the title so people know that we're just waiting for the next round. Oh man. This card's a beating. So I'm just going to select that. We might be splashing green, folks. So change this. Rounds. So yeah, drafting between rounds. Let's confirm this pick. Why do I always lose my tab here? Tournaments. So you're 20 minutes remaining. Let's go to round 2. Not reported, so we've had 4 matches not reported. Honestly, we might not finish this draft in time. I forgot how long human drafts take. This could be bad. If we do auto pick at the end because we have to like click out of this, I'm not even sure if you can, right? If you were not back in time next to the made before you want to leave, yeah. So if we get to like the 3rd pack and it has to auto draft, I'm 100% playing the deck, whatever the computer ends up picking, because I think they just like pick whatever like is left. I think, right? Just like whatever's here. So this is just a straight, almost a straight counter spell if I have a flyer. I don't really know what else is really good here. This is probably the best card in the pack. Powerful recruiter, draw a card. So we might be doing this teamer nonsense here. So this was the one we originally opened. So they're telling me that they don't want red. So this is kind of a fine removal spell, right? Like, if they have like a 5-drop and I kill it, hopefully they just don't have something bigger. Or they play like a 6-mana 6/6, so this just kills it. Is it better than that? I'm kind of struggling on how to kill big creatures, so sure, I'll take the risk. Yeah, it's any creature. So I'll be trading like something I can't handle with something I can handle. So I'm in. So if we're gonna be doing 3-color shenanigans, I think this is Rousing Reed. Or not Rousing Reed, it's a Track Down, trying to get the lands. And probably not playing this. That'd be hilarious to see. Yeah, just like, wow, if these are going this late. I think it's just opt. Yeah, it's just opt. Just my stream has like 200 people just like jump in. That'd be crazy. Okay, so if we were playing 3 colors, we want to keep less mana symbols, so it can't be Parasidon. That's kind of eh. It's probably just Singer here. Or it could be Thrill. I'm gonna take Singer. There's an off chance that we end up in just green blue. But I really want to take Wizardry here. How long am I playing Magic? I've been playing Magic competitively since Theros, the original Theros came out, which was like, man, so long ago. I didn't sign up for this to not just like make a weird, really bad 4-color deck. But I've been playing not competitively for very long. Oh man. If we're playing blue and we're playing spells, we just have to pick this, right? This is gonna be a fun, interesting deck that I hope we like can't finish and we just have to play like terrible cards. Because we don't have time. Eh. I'm not sure if I'm playing this, honestly, but it's something. I think I'm good on the 3-drops at the moment. I do want to play bigger stuff, or stuff that can get bigger, so that I can play Uprising. So I think it's actually Thrill. I just need more 2-drops. Or is it Weird? Is it Thrill or Weird? It's like Payoff, or I'm gonna take Thrill. I don't really want to play. Wait, attacks, victory, powerful, good, I guess +2/+10 a turn. Whenever I play a non-creature spell. Whenever I play a non-creature spell. Yeah. Oh yeah, we got Sublime. We're going places. We're doing things. Huh. Sure. Playing 3 colors, I like the idea of having something I can guarantee cast. Getting a random 3-drop's not that hard. I'm looking for duels quite heavily here. So let's check and see how the tournament's going. We're in the second pack, right? Ugh. I really, really want to pick this duel, but it's gotta just be Elder, right? Such a beating. I don't know how many thrills we're playing, but power for a greater. Who knows? Maybe there's gonna be a weird splash. Since we have a lot of like weird instants and sorceries, making them cheaper is always good, especially Sublime. I don't really like the idea of running cancel, but I will if I have to. It's probably just this. I might even play that. Okay, so Sanctums, like the shrines, the blue shrine by itself is actually pretty good. It basically, you scry once a turn. Or not scry, you loot once a turn for free. But I still think it's probably just Dragonfire. This is something I would pick like 5, 6 picks in. So the more that I pick, the more that I'm thinking we can just be blue, red here. Getting 2 of these is pretty ridiculous. I'm not sure how we lose the big creature decks. Oh man, this is a tough pick. So basically, if we are playing blue, which this isn't like, you have to play. This is kind of eh. This is actually very good. Flyers. I don't have a lot of flyers. And I like the idea of like Sublime copying. I don't think we signed up for this to not do this, right? And in which case we're probably playing not that many green sources. So having these as our green sources, but also our blue sources is pretty good. And if we're diving head first, we might as well pick 2, right? It's probably a good idea. Head first. Take a creature. Not sure if playing this or not. Does it say return a permanent, so I can like return this, replay it and stuff? Frost Breath. We could just be some sort of weird aggro. I think I like Frost Breath more than a random turn to Slag. We kind of missed an opportunity here to pick up multiple of the 4 mana 2/3 flyers that when they attack you draw cards, but I still think that's fine. Yeah, I think it's just this. Yeah, I think it's better than the Brute for sure. Originally, I would say pick Frantic Inventory over anything here, but the issue is we haven't seen any, and they're better in multiples. One's fine. It's worse than Opt for sure. I think I'm tempted to take this. Guaranteed value. If it was first pack and I saw this, I would slam this inventory. But I don't know how many of those inventories we're actually going to be seeing. It's probably just Singer here. The more I look at this deck, the more aggressive I feel. Whenever it attacks, it must be blocked. So it's kind of good at taking attackers away, but am I gonna play it? I got big spells. I'm just gonna stay the course, only splashing for this card. So still waiting. Let's see how many people we got left here. So slam this for sure. Yeah, just slamming this. Could have had like 5 of these things. I feel like blue was pretty underdrafted there. Okay, so looking at the controller, let's see here. Round, I think that was round 2. So one rec versus rec. No wonder they haven't reported yet. Who did I lose to round 1? It was Tina? Yep, she lost. Our tiebreakers are shot. It's okay. They're just mystical disputing each other into submission. Yeah, when you do a rack versus a rack, it's like land go, land go, land go. Try to ambush her. No, I'll gust it, so I'll put it back on top, and they just rinse and repeat until Judgment Day comes. They actually probably play one of these, so that the way they can just continually cycle and not actually mill out. Because they got plenty of mana to dump into it, and they just keep going at it. They're in game 1 right now, like 45 minutes in. Hmm. Oh, wait a second. I forgot these are flyers. I don't think I need this. Oh, man, this is tough. 3 cards. What do I cut here, guys? Need some advice. Yeah, Wreck versus Wreck is pretty bad. Agreed. But they're literally the last round. Everyone else has already reported. So this is like scary to play. We already have Hold to take their best creature. They just turn it sideways. I'm not sure if we actually need this. So now I have to cut 1. So it might just be this. I've been super impressed with Wizardry. You just forego, play it, attack, and you just like have instants to use, and you pump it. But I'm not sure if that's needed in this kind of deck right now. Every single card is individually strong. Yeah, I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna bring this back in. I don't think we need to get them. I think that we're a good grindy deck. I kind of like this. So green, green, this. How many green sources are we running here? At least 2. I think I'm gonna, yeah, at least 2. I kind of like this. So only 6 red sources. The majority of our deck is blue. And this is 9 blue sources. I would prefer 10. I really want 10 blue sources, but this is probably fine. Maybe I can cut like a mountain for. Hmm. So there's 1 minute left on the time clock. These rec decks are going to time. Oh man. Hey, appreciate that. Danny T Law. Man. Rec versus rec. Yeah, I had to go for the rum tea today, lads. Well, yeah, appreciate the follow, man. The co following the king. Yeah, man, I've definitely or not copied, but modeled quite a few of my decks after yours for sure. Appreciate you. I really do. You and all 99% of players. Yeah, I actually have a deck. Let's see if I can just finish this. I'm not going to play a match right now because I don't have time for it. The round ends in 7 seconds. But I actually have this T-Law red-black sacrifice deck literally already
Round
built,
timer ended.
but I have yet to actually play it. Um, but I'm pretty excited to throw some demonic embraces on rotting Regisaurus for sure. Yeah,
Announcement received.
looks like my round's almost up. Hey Danny, Danny Tilo, I really appreciate it. Like really, really do. There's nothing bad about getting some of your older follower streamers for sure. I just started about a week ago or so. I've been doing YouTube as well. This is actually going on YouTube for this tournament is anyway. You're also a new kid? I don't believe you for a second, Danny T. How long have you been playing Magic? I bet it's been much longer than me. The decks you make are just like out of left field. I feel like the cores are generally like just really good, and then you just figure out the small little things. Oh, let's see here. 2 minutes since round's already ended. I restarted a year ago after 17 years of not playing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think someone said this and it's very, very true. You don't quit Magic. You take a break. You take a breather. You step away from the game, but the game never steps away from you. It always calls you back. So this is a deck we're just waiting on this match to pop up. So this January, like a side streaming. Yeah, I was doing the same thing. Like when the COVID first started, oh, that was actually probably like March. I was thinking about doing it then, and I wish I did, but I took almost 15 years off today. Oh, off myself. Oh, you did? I feel like I played the Simic version that was just going straight to Ugins, and I felt like it was good, but I felt like it could be improved, and it just didn't quite have the I don't know, like what if they're just doing their thing and you don't really have any sort of interaction? You just do your thing and you just hope they don't kill you, kind of thing. And Casualties of War was a very good answer to that. So splashing is super easy. I mean, the 3-color mana base is better than 2 anyway. Let's see here. Oh, Termagant. Um, you have more anti-aggro main. Yeah, honestly, I just beat mono red last round, but I agree. I think I played it yesterday and I went 8-3, and my losses were to mono green, and mono black, and I beat every ban and every rec player. So I agree that the anti um, aggro matchup could be addressed a little more in the main. I wouldn't be against sliding some of these extinction events into the main for sure. Um, I don't know exactly what to cut, and that's kind of why I wanted to like play this into a tournament. Yeah, mono green's really tough. Honestly, the hardest card to beat, like in general in this deck, was Stonecoil Serpent. I lost just to that card by itself. They cast it. I had no answer, and um, I just it was like a 7/7 Stonecoil Serpent. I just died to it. So that's why I actually started playing 4 of these. Was just for that card. Um, Yeah, honestly, I've been underwhelmed by Grazer. I liked it at first. I liked the idea of it blocking and just kind of like feeding Uro. But the more and more I play with it, the more I always just cut it anyway. It's like the first thing I cut. Um, the majority of slower matchups, I literally just cut all 4 Grazers and just bring in, a lot of other stuff. That's the first cut I always make. So I'm not opposed to playing less or 0 for sure. Um, and the only games that have really lost to not aggro matchups have always been kind of not drawing Hydrate Crisis generally. If I don't draw Crisis and I don't draw Uro, this deck doesn't draw any cards whatsoever, and I think that should be addressed. I could see maybe like 1 or 2 Shark Typhoon, like in the main or something. Illuminate's good. The only reason I would want to run it over Extinction Event is what's that called? Narset. Narset and Teferi, but mostly Narset because Narset's just really good. Um, I can't draw off, all my cantrips. Oh, 100%. I thought about that too. I think it's a different kind of shell. I actually think that kind of shell is playing Reclamation. Um, let me see here. This is my Teamer mid-range build right now, and I'm actually playing Sublime Epiphany and Wilderness Wreck, and I'm playing some sort of some Hydra Crisis as well with Nissa. Kind of like this is combo A, this is combo B, and we're just here playing value. Um, I did okay with this. I felt like it wasn't as strong against Wreck just because of how dedicated they were, but I do like this shell quite a bit, and I have yet to actually play this exact version. I changed it a little bit. Yeah, a card that I really want to play um, is what is that card called? It's the 5-drop dragon. I've yet to actually test that card, and it seems really good in the elementals deck. But overall, I've been unimpressed with the elementals. So I would prefer a different shell. It's the one that creatures come down, you just like bolt stuff. That in combination with Uro, you play that, you play Uro, comes down, you draw a card, bolt something for 6, seems like a 1-2 punch that I would be interested in for sure. It's a 5-drop. Everyone's saying like, oh, it doesn't have haste. It doesn't need it. Let me check on this. 7 minutes since the time when it ended. Okay, so now we're just waiting on pairings. So where are you at here? The Terror of the Peaks. It doesn't really need to attack. It's really for the bottom portion. If you can abuse that, it's very good. Hey, I appreciate it, Danny. It was good to see you. You have a great night. Yeah, getting multiple procs. Something that actually impressed me quite a bit with this card was the 2-drop that makes 2/2s. So you looks like I'm versing Bant. So the 2-mana 2/2. So am I versing Alex Springer? So you get a 2/2 on your turn, you 2 something, do it on their turn, 2 something. That seems pretty good too. Um,
Announcement received.
okay, let's verse this Patman number 408. Tournament match. Sultai Ramp. I didn't change anything, right? I remember like moving stuff around in this deck. I should check. Okay, just making sure I'm submitting the right deck here. Okay, so going back to this. Tournament match, this. Set. Okay, so he's playing. He's basically just playing the stock Bant list that I built this deck to beat. So we should be fine here. Honestly, the biggest thing I've took away from this tournament so far is I don't like Razor. I'm not saying the number has to be 0. I definitely don't ever want to draw 3. So I think like 1 or 2 is fine. So we're going to keep this. This is fine. Who was on the play? Him? I mean, that's not 100% true, Termagant. I felt like it's it's impressed me how much versatility it has in being like blocking sharks and stuff, but that isn't good enough reason, you know what I mean? Yeah, I get what you mean. Okay, so I need a black source here. And green is fine.
Round timer started.
I want to put green into play.
Sorry I'm late.
So if he doesn't have... That's funny. So he has 2 Mystical Disputes, and that's his only counter spells in the main. So he has 2 Elspeth Conquers Deaths. So how do we get punished here? He has 3 Shadow the Skies. He's going to kill his own guys? That doesn't seem like a good position for him. And he didn't draw a card, right? Yeah, this seems fine.
Strange and magnificent world.
Yeah.
Behold, nature's
I
full
think that he's
power.
going to be chumping on blocking this. But he does have my deck list. He knows I don't play any instants. Like, I don't play any counter spells. Yeah. So he doesn't value it as highly as just like attacking or something. I can respect that. Yeah. I think this already might be game, honestly. Just killing 2 of his lands seems pretty good to me. So we're gonna go creature, land, planeswalker, Creature, what land should we kill? I think it just has to be white blue. I want to go after his blue lands. And if I can cut off the white, then he can't wrath me. Yeah, Chartmaker 100%. Gotta limit what he can do, especially if I'm going to be animating more Nissa lands, which I should. Double Crazes discarded.
I must have missed something.
So, do I attack? Double block this.
The land fights for us.
I think attacking here is fine because it gets to Uro faster. And regardless of which one he double blocks, I can still cast Cultivate or Uro. Huh. Yeah, I was thinking that he could easily shatter here, but he can't shatter and kill Nissa. Just put this in play. Huh. So really I just need a finisher here, which Uro could definitely be. The question is, so he only has mystical disputes in the main. If I can kill another land, I'm not sure how he recovers. Especially going up after his white source so he can't shatter. So I have enough to pay for a dispute here. So it's going to be creature, land. Creature, get that white source out of here. He could Gross Wild in response and maybe still like shatter, but yeah. I think it's fine. Okay, so Grazer's out of here. Don't want any of them. Shark Typhoon's coming in. What does he have in the sideboard? Ooze, 2 Vetoes, and 2 Elder Groggoroth. 3 Aether Gus. I think the way we lose here is playing too slow, especially on the draw. I think we lost the game earlier like that, right? I wasn't lying. Munchies, I never said you were lying. I really was surprised you just showed up afterward. I'm hoping that, even though I'm new and stuff like that, that Danny T Law, like, I don't know, not saying enjoys my content, but just like enjoyed what it was about, I guess. Enjoyed what it was doing. So the only way you could really lose here is like the early 2-drop, make a bunch of dudes. So I'm not against some number of extinction event, especially something like this. Just have an answer. Um, maybe even a wilt, because him playing, how many ECDs do you have? 2? Yeah, I'm not that worried about ECD. I think this is fine. It was like Steph Curry watching you take shots. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Like, um, I really appreciate him swinging by 100%. I can't really say that enough. I was actually really surprised he did. Like, even if you know, um, like mention me. We do need lands. So I'm a little surprised he main phased that because he's the one that has disputes and I don't. But I'm perfectly fine trading, you know, growth spiral for growth spiral, I guess. And the mana race starts. The thing is, I play 4 Ugins. I guess I cut one, didn't I? I don't think I did. I shouldn't have. But, like, he has 2 and I have 4. And 4 is more than 2, and I just feel like that's the top end you want in this kind of matchup. So, cultivate. I can grow spiral and cultivate, right? Yes. So blue green here. Yeah, you play your 4-drop planeswalker. Let's play my cultivate. Don't mind me. So I did notice that Uro, but I'm not sure if it matters. Just throwing that in play. So can he get this back? He cycles again. Nah, he can't. He can't get it back. Not yet. He can get it back next turn. What's scary to play here? He doesn't play any Nissa, right? Or Narse. He does play Nissa. He already played a tap land. Just Joriel, but you've already played that because we would have gotten a 2/2. Yeah, I'm not sure what he has here, honestly. His hand seems kind of blah. Okay, so he does have 2 Dovin's Veto. No reason to try to race this out too fast. We're just going to... I think I'm just going to cultivate and Shark Typhoon. I doubt he's going to counter this or something, but we'll see. Green, blue. Put blue into play. And then we're just going to do a small shark on his turn. And then when he escapes Uro, if he does escape Uro, it taps 4 of his lands. If he doesn't leave Dovin's Veto up, I think we got this. If he does, we have Extinction Event. We're going to slam Krasis. I'm a little worried about this ultimating, but not immediately. Yeah, he's two full turns away from that, right? And if he's trying to escape Uro, it requires him tapping very low. And also he doesn't have a blocking flyer for this. Even if it's only 2/2, it still hits to fairy. So are we going to do that 0-1 to 3-1 finish? Wow, he discarded a Hydrate Crisis. Is he have another one? He's just going to slam another one? Is that what's going on here? No, he's going to escape Uro, leave up Dovin's Veto, which is a good play. I think that's probably his best possible play here. Yeah, he doesn't have anything that counters an ability, so we can still Sharknado after he does whatever.
We are all connected.
Oh no. He's not getting a white? That's not good for him, I don't think.
Shall conquer you.
Huh. If he plays Krasis? So I'm just gonna attack to Fairy. I'm perfectly fine with him slamming a giant Krasis next turn. I would prefer if he did. Not gonna bother with Nissa. I'm gonna attack the fairy. Taking 2 turns is what's scary here. I don't know why you do that in response. You want to know more information before you do stuff like that. So 4, 8. He could Mystical Dispute my Ugin, so no reason to do that. I'm just gonna slam a Krasis. 5, 6, 7. I don't want him to counter the Krasis though, so I need to leave 3 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's gonna be for 4. So be it, right? Or should I just Shard Typhoon? Just another giant Shark Typhoon. That's probably scarier, right? And he can't counter it. If he plays a giant Krasis, good. I get to Ugin. Go ahead, my man. Go ahead. Okay, this should be a giant Krasis. I don't know what else it could be. I mean, it could be 100% be Ugin. But that's not even that bad because I can Shark Typhoon after he does it, and it's huge. So what is he gonna like -0? Oh, he could phase it with the fairy though. I always forget about that. So luckily he didn't have Ugin there. That's fine. He could still have Ugin, right? Yeah, shock, untap with Nissa.
Rise, my elemental friend.
Sadly, we gotta take this because if he has Ugin, we need at least to threaten something. This band player's playing 2. That's why I mentioned it. He's drawn a lot of cards. He's playing 2. If I Sharknado and block, does that make it so we can't Ugin? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sadly, I gotta take this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna go directly to combat. Attack you. Attack you. And I'm going to Extinction Event. Even probably? I don't know. I don't know yet, but I think I need to do this. Figured as much.
My defense had an imperfection.
One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. So if I do this, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 11 mana. Huh. I don't like this, but I think we have to do it. We're gonna name even. It's gonna save our shark for next turn. Well, he's letting us kill Earl if we want. Do we care about it? I don't think I care about it. I just want to kill his lands. Even it is. Those were his best lands. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll actually die if he counters this, right? Gain 2. And it's till my next turn. Yeah, this is Xaxes. Man, that just felt like so awkward so many turns in a row. I guess we could have slammed a Krasis earlier, but like dealing with his Nissa was the issue there. I never felt like I had a good opportunity to deal with his Nissa. So be it. Oh no, actually I meant to bring in the Ceratops, or whatever it was called. I like to bring that on the play against ban. And be more aggressive. Gonna scry first, need a land. That's our worst land in our deck by far, but I think it's still fine. Okay, so I won game 1, right? And he game 1 and 2? Yeah. We're into game 3. What's the tournament timer on this thing? 30 minutes left. That doesn't grow a spiral. Does Grazer, I guess. Luckily, I think he's not gonna counter on Cultivate. So he's leaving up Dispute. If I can draw... It's gonna be green, blue. Let's put green into play. This into play. Oh no, I meant to put this into play. And then I could put the other one to play. I just missed a land drop for no reason. I had it in my mind, like get the blue, put it in play, blah blah, but it just didn't do it. It's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It all works out in the end.
The land shall conquer me.
Okay, so we can Aether Gust. How many Aether Gusts is the guy running? 3? I don't think he would do that without an Aether Gust, right? Do I just go for it, ladies and gentlemen? Do I just send it? He's got 3 Aether Gusts. 3. Do I just full send this? Casualties of War? This is like my tournament life right here. If I do that, don't I Nissa first? Because I can do both. But yeah, definitely has Aether Gust. He had a response. So I knew he'd have an Aether Gust. So he's going to tap out for something next turn. If it's Ugin, I'm going to have to Casualties of War. Which means there's no reason not to put Nissa on top, because it's going to be Nissa Casualties of War again next turn anyway. Just do this now so it doesn't counter it. Say go. Best play is like animate land to get some value somehow. No way. What is his hand? Another Aether Gust? Oh, a shark maybe? I don't know. The way that it passed that fast made me think it's like 3 lands. So I could Ugin, but then that would lose to Mystical Dispute. If I Nissa, I could play around it. Sure. Ugh, another pause, so another Aether Gust. So if I Ugin, I probably would have won, right? Maybe not. Do I do? I feel like I do it again. I mean, I don't really know. He has 1 more Aether Gust in all of his 75. And if we can land Nissa into Casualties of War, I don't know how we lose.
Behold, nature's true power.
If you have Aether Gust, we lose. 1, 2. Didn't play a card. Cards we lose to. I'm gonna name them off. 1 Aether Gust. 2 Dovin Zabuto. We can beat that. We can beat that. I don't think we can beat 2. We can beat that. Auto pay. Oh no! It's because Nissa's not down yet. We can't beat that. Oh, I was considering this was already down. We couldn't have beat that regardless. We just needed to draw Hydro Crisis. Man, that's a heart wrencher. Uh, well, dropping from the tournament. That is sad days of sad. Well, if we're going to lose, might as well learn from it, right? So I'm immediately going to cut 2 Grazer from this deck. And I'm going to bring in at least 2 Extinction Event. So fixing the deck a little bit, and then I'm going to end this YouTube video. What else is going on here? I think I'm fine with this main deck. Even though I really don't want to. Do I bring some number of Mystical Disputes? I think the answer is yes. Just a few. So probably something like this. I'm perfectly fine having access to all 4 Casualties of War. I don't think that's bad at all. Yeah, so here I'm going to end my YouTube video. I would just like to say, so we ended up 2-2, not the worst finish, not the best. Learned from it. I've been crushing this deck on the ladder. It's not in Mythic or anything like that. You know, there's better pilots up there, and I feel like we learned a lot from this experience for sure. I'm going to change the deck to this. I'm going to change into the overlay in the description of the YouTube video. Probably like starting this, ending this kind of thing. But YouTube, appreciate you. Hopefully you learned as much as I did. You have a great night, and check you later.